So years ago, there was a very famous sketch by Dave Chappelle that tells the story of Charlie Murphy, uh, Eddie Murphy's brother, partying with Rick James. And the story goes that at some point, uh, Charlie Murphy kicked Rick James in the face. And when asked about it, Charlie's justification for doing what he did was that Rick James was a habitual line stepper. I am here to tell you that there's absolutely a type of dog that is a habitual line stepper, that this type 100% exists. And more likely or not, it's a French bulldog. I have two here. I have Lola, the new habitual line stepper, and I have Ralphie, the king of habitual line stepping. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it is that they do, uh, the kind of challenges that they present for you, for your pack, for the other dogs, and what is the best way to deal with a habitual line stepping dog. First, let's talk about what they're doing. Um, Now, in a situation where you have two normal dogs and one dog is bothering the other dog at some point is going to send some kind of signal to the first dog to tell him to knock it off. Right? It could be a growl. It could be biting in some cases. It could be rolling them over and standing over them. It's something to let the other dog know that's enough. Knock it off. And if the second dog is big enough, right, scary enough, the first dog will usually get the message and back off. With a habitual line stepper like Lola, like Ralphie, instead of backing off, they're going to just keep coming back over and over and over again. These guys enjoy the fight. They're not doing it out of aggression. They're not doing it out of fear. They will just do it for the fun of it. You've seen bulldogs like fight inanimate objects. They'll fight other dogs. They'll fight people, and there's no aggression behind it. To them, it's almost like a sport. Right? They do it because it's fun. So that's what a habitual line steppers do. Right? They aggravate, and then when they get negative feedback from the other dog, instead of backing down, they go forward. Right? How do you deal with a habitual line stepper, or how do you manage habitual line stepper? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to let these guys know that their behavior is not okay. Okay, because they're doing it almost out of fun. If you don't tell them to knock it off, they will never on their own say, oh, that's probably too much. Well, that's enough of it today. I'm just going to tone it down. They're not going to stop. They're just going to keep going. So you have to be the one to tell them, knock it off. Because they need to understand very clearly this behavior is not okay, not acceptable in this house, not acceptable within this pack. At the same time, you have to let the other dog know that, hey, listen, I see what's happening and I am going to deal with it. I don't want you to deal with it. I want you to stand down, relax. I'll talk to the bulldog. I'll talk to Lola. I'll talk to Ralphie, and I'll get it straightened out. This is a very important message to send to the second dog and to the pack in general, that you see what's going on and you will step in and you will tell the first dog to knock it off. So this way they don't have to do anything and you don't want them to do anything. So that's how you deal with a habitual line stepper. Um, you have to basically take control of the situation. You have to let the dog that's doing the line stepping know to knock it off. and you have to let the other dog that is unfortunately at the receiving end of this line stepping behavior know that you don't want them to retaliate. You don't want them to do anything on their own, that you will take care of it. And if they trust you to take care of it, then they won't do anything on their own. Okay. All right, this is line stepper number one, Lola, the new line stepper. This is the king of line stepping, Ralphie. All right. Okay.